First off, we never said that the only role models for children or high schoolers who are doing steroids are major league players. Granted, yes, the parents have to come in effect, but the fact that they could be a role model, or the fact that they could have something to do with children using it, high school students, college students using it so they get into professionals, is in itself a reason why the ban should be more strict. Just because that it has some sort of effect on whether or not a child, whether or not a high school, whatever it is, does a steroid or not. We also didn't say that, sorry about that. We're saying that Matt previously said that the good players are being dragged in. Well, yes, the good players are being dragged in, and that's exactly what we're trying to prevent. We're trying to prevent the players who are forced to do steroids in order to keep up. I have here a former pitcher for the Texas Rangers, Rick Helling. He stated that it's a bigger deal than people think. It's noticing enough to be creating an uneven playing field. What bothers me is not it's gotten so far out of hand. Guys are feeling pressure to do it. It's one thing to be a cheater, and it's another thing when guys feel like they have to do it just to keep up. So right there, it stated that in order for current baseball players to do better, they have to do steroids to keep up with the par, because it's become so prevalent that steroid use is almost acceptable now. It's almost like you see someone doing exceptional, and you realize, oh, he may be doing steroids, and that's exactly what Rob Dyer said. He says it gets you thinking, like, how many players are using substances? Like A-Rod, how many players obtain their status by using steroids? They're citing that the pressure to perform at a higher level day in and day out, they're using that itself as an incentive to do steroids. So in order for the major league players to do better in their everyday activities, steroid use is an incentive. And further, what we were saying earlier about the images being tainted, what happens, the Count Lance Burkham of the Houston Astros stated, what happens is that you get a few guys basically throwing a taint over the game, and the rest of us are suffering for it. No one's going to believe anybody. That's the point. We're guilty by association. That itself is what's causing the good players to be dragged down. That's what's causing all the people who are doing magnificent, all the actual athletes who are doing well, and people starting to question them. Granted, they can take a steroid test to prove that they're not doing it, but in itself, it's a bad image that you see someone does great, and automatically they have the accusation that they're doing steroids. Also, what we have to say about not knowing what your substance that contains by going online, it's not magically to know what it's not magic that you find out what your supplement is taking. I myself took supplements, and I did extensive research to make sure that I'm not doing anything stupid, I'm not doing anything illegal. It's easy to go online, it's easy to search for what you have, and if you have any doubt whatsoever, you should search. If you're doing supplements, period, you should search. It's just common sense. And also, our proposition was never zero tolerance. Just because one of the sources said that that's what his goal was, our goal itself is not zero tolerance. Our goal is that by reducing the amount of steroid use, by increasing the punishment, Major League Baseball in itself will have less steroid use, and in itself not only reduce the amount of children that are being influenced by steroids, give a better overall perspective on the sport itself, and show what the Major League Baseball's true stance is on steroid use in baseball. That's it.